Friendly fire!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm recording. Just
Cut it out.
Cut it.
For
Wow,
real.
I love
For
this.
real, cut it. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Friendly Fire podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Do you guys like that new intro, huh?
You better.
You better. It worked. I didn't do anything. I hit.
You
some
better.
people.
Somebody did it for free.
Somebody
so-
did it for free. You better like it. So
Thank you.
anyways,
We have Chloe LaBranche here today.
Hello.
allegedly.
First woman on the podcast.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
Yeah.
Can we give her?
Could
I
we,
like that.
Could we do you have a female cheering button?
that's it.
That's
That
the
sounded
only
like
button that we
men.
have. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
This podcast is
Off to a hot start.
off to a hot start. What's up, Chloe? First
Nothing.
lady. How do you feel being the first woman on this podcast?
Just like I'm part of the Austin comedy scene.
Wow.
Your
That's
favorite.
really poetic.
You love it here.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're always back and forth to New York, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I just went to Tampa.
Tampa.
Oh, did you do your show?
I did Side
How-
Splitters.
How was it?
It was really fun.
Yeah, Side Splitters rocks.
Except for I didn't sell it out, obviously. And then they do the seating, so people buy the tickets online and they choose their seats. So it was not full, but then there were a bunch of people sitting in the last row.
Yeah.
That's weird that they wouldn't just move
They
them
should
up.
just block
They
out
should
the
just
area.
do-
And they're like,
Yeah.
well, I said to the server, I was like, can you just move them up? They're like, well, they have a party of 6. So I was like, all right.
Surely.
Yeah. So
But
move
it's-
6 people up together.
Surely you can figure this out.
That's crazy. Well, did you do which?
But it's I love the club.
Yeah,
no,
of course.
it's amazing. We don't want to talk shit on
No,
Side
we like
no,
Side Splitters.
no,
We're big.
It's a great-
We're big
Ryan's the
Side
man.
Splitters fans. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went
I've
to
only-
another place in the similar area and it was fun, but they took a week and a half to pay me, and then the hotel that they put me in, I had $700 stolen out of it. So
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, but that's all, I felt
That's
bad
just-
for
that's
you,
just-
but that is I mean, I will say I'm not victim blaming. Of course you can't of course
I wish I
$700.
hadn't taken
yeah, and
all
how
of
many
it.
times did you raped that week?
Yeah, $700 is a lot to
Victim
travel
blaming.
with in cash.
Well, yeah. The idea was I had 800 and I was getting my entire back done. So I thought, I don't know how
Tattoo
much
wise,
of the
yeah. He's not getting.
How many hours
I
of
was
work?
getting my back blown
How many
out,
hours of work?
and it took 5 hours.
I like.
I
the
would have
sound
thought
effects.
that sobriety would have repaired your relationship with your father, not made it worse.
My relationship with my which father?
I don't know, your dad,
It's kind of exactly the problem.
Yeah,
Whoever,
that- we can address this issue.
whoever
Maybe we can address
made
the
it
others.
So you had to get your entire back done in tattoos. I honestly think anybody who's getting a tattoo is not doing well. No offense.
How are you doing?
I'm getting all mine removed, so better.
The opposite. Yeah, you're
I don't
healed.
know.
It's
I'm
healing.
healing. I'm
I
getting
don't-
it. I'm on my 3rd treatment, getting every
Oh
single
my
one
gosh,
removed.
what are they?
That's because they look stupid.
What do I want? Like a fucking ghost on my back? Like, what'd
I
you
don't have
get?
a ghost.
A ghost.
What'd you get?
A ghost.
Such a funny example. Yeah, what am I gonna get a fucking?
What do I
Pac-
want,
I'm gonna
like
get
a
like a Pac-Man
it's
symbol
a
on my-
skull.
Yeah. What do I want, like a spooky ghost on my back?
What'd you get?
Uh,
Let me guess. Like
Just a Bible
You got
verse.
like
It's
flowers.
it's just
and
my
a
last
skull.
name across my
And
back.
like, it's the mothership logo.
you know how I feel about that. So you've put me in a
I don't.
position.
We've never talked about you getting that tattooed.
You put me in a position where no matter what I describe, you're going to make fun of it. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
That's
so,
what she does. She bullies people.
So there's
Did
no
you know
point.
that? She's a
in
bully.
Me, yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when Spencer made that flyer for you, our friend Spencer made a flyer of Josh
love
teaching a
that.
comedy class, which was fake, but very well done. And very and
Too
this
much,
is what
dude.
Spencer
Too
does. He's a
good.
psycho. He made a screenshot of me that says I have an audio book, and he named it something like crazy. And the backdrop is just like my headshot from like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And he shows it to people, and I've talked to people who are like, I didn't know that was fake.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so when he made that flyer for you, I mean, I think the person who propagated it the most was probably
I
yeah,
loved
Chloe.
it.
You know what it was? Is every time I saw Chloe, I felt like I was like in kindergarten. I was getting bullied.
Yeah.
I saw Chloe and I went,
brought
she's
him
gonna
up
bring
on-
it up.
I brought him up on stage.
Really?
This next guy teaches a class at the
I was like, this next
gesture
guy, you're
chamber.
gonna love him. He actually teaches a comedy class, so if you like his act, talk
That-
to him after the show.
That's honestly probably, you know, when you're doing like a shitty showcase, like I've brought people up at East, like Spencer does it all the time.
It was here.
And
was a good show.
That is such a good way to bring somebody up and make them feel like Spencer let me do a spot at the end of one of the shows at East, and the whole show he kept reminding people that they had a very, very special guest that they were really gonna love at the end of the show. And then I just have to walk up there and nobody knows who I am. I just have to walk up and be like, sorry. And then they laughed. That's the worst part is I went, sorry, I'm your special guest. And they laughed, which was just confirmation that they were like, yeah, you're not really that special of a guest.
Yeah.
You're kind of just a guy in cargo pants.
Well, I was worried after I did that. I was like, oh, he's not going to like that because there's
No, I
some
think it's
comics
funny.
here that I've like kind of made fun of and they get all sensitive.
Yeah.
Whereas like I feel like in New York, everybody's just making fun of each other nonstop. And I'm like,
yeah.
does anyone have a fucking sense of humor here?
Yeah.
I will say, when I
Everyone
was
gets
in
like-
New York, I was at the stand sitting outside and I was just observing because none of them knew me. So I wasn't really catching any strays. But I mean, the back and forth between everybody, I mean, it was nonstop. It was crazy to watch.
So
I was
fun.
like, this eventually would hurt my feelings. And I think it does. I think everybody's used to it in New York, but I think the reason the attitude some of you guys have is because your feelings get hurt every time you leave the house.
Yeah, or not.
I don't know. I think you just
Or
get better at
not.
containing it
No,
because
it's
then you get made fun of
honestly-
more.
It's more upsetting when you see a homeless man jerking off on the subway than it is when someone says I look like Tobey Maguire. Or,
You do kinda-
I get that a lot.
Which one's
someone commented on, I do a Real Life podcast, and they're always like, their fans are crazy, and like I'd never look at the comments. And then one day someone was like, you gotta look at this, it's so funny. And so I looked at it and someone was like, yo, she looks like Tobey Maguire. Someone was like, I knew it, Spider-Man. and then people are
sucks.
coming like, they're like, Spider-Man though.
You know who I keep getting bullied by the black Israelites when I walk downtown.
Really?
They keep seeing me, and then
That's
one
good.
guy calls me young Donald Trump every time he sees. He goes, there's the young Donald Trump right there, everybody, and then he starts preaching like he
love
does
that.
like.
So
He's
funny.
like, and
Young
give it.
Donald.
He's gonna get sinister within the next 10 years. Like I just have to be like, thank you, I'm gonna go.
That's
Good.
crazy.
That's where you finally that's where you guys are getting your New York comedy heckling is from the homeless.
The homeless
Yeah.
or
That's-
what?
those
Or the
are-
black
that-
Israelites.
Yeah.
Or they.
But also the comedians here, they take it like personally. Like comedians go to club owners and to fucking managers and be like, someone was mean to me.
It's just
Who
because
the
it's too
fuck
small.
does that?
That's crazy.
It's the
And they're
scene is too small.
Someone call me fat. It's like, shut
well,
up.
are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know
are you?
exactly. I know what you're
There's
talking
no
about.
excuse to be fat in 2025. Go on fucking Ozempic.
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Put the cupcake down and inject yourself.
Yeah, if you inject yourself, you don't even feel like eating the cup.
You know what I started calling fat people?
What?
Pre-Ozempic.
Pre-Ozempic.
They're post.
I,
They're
go, I see. I'm like, I was doing talking about something on stage. I was like, didn't want to call a girl fat, so I was like, she was one of those pre-Ozempic types.
That's great.
Pre-Ozempic and pre-diabetic. It's a
Oh,
combo.
my friend, and then I was talking to my friend about it. He's talking about if you fuck a fat girl, you call her PO box. Pre-Ozempic.
Big box.
I like that.
That's good. I like
watched
that.
a comic. I watched a comic on stage last night for like 7 minutes talk about fat bitches.
Good.
It was
White guy?
no.
Oh, who would have thought?
You know, you guys know who it is.
I love that. Is this whole podcast going to be like, and then at the end of the podcast, we're all going to like meet up and be like, who are you talking about?
Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
I'd
I'm
like
going to zin.
Who
I
was
like
it?
to
You-
dance.
you
Yeah, I already
put
got a
zins
pouch
in?
in.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a
I know,
thing that's
my-
That's
happened.
kinda icky.
Women can do Zen now.
Well, no, my little brothers were like, that's disgusting. But when I was in high school, I did snooze.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
God.
That's even gross.
Yeah.
Well, that's like, because it was like the Scandinavian women did it. Like hot girls used to do
So-
it.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New York.
City?
Kinda. I grew up between New York City and Long Island.
Where was that?
And ladies were doing
In-
snus?
Yeah, well, when we're in like on weekend from boarding school, we do it in boarding school because
there
like
it
so you
is.
can't like
That's
There
smoke.
what
it
it,
is.
the boarding school makes
That
sense
actually
now.
does make more sense. Yeah,
See,
I
isn't
love
that
the way.
attractive?
Yeah, that's fucking hot. Zoom in on
crazy.
that.
It's like I have lip filler.
Yeah, it's great.
You don't-
Because you don't have lip filler.
Yeah, I'll put it everywhere.
I know.
I don't know. I should get that. I need
And upper
I need
decker too is
Botox.
even crazy. I'm just like thinking about the fact that it was
Is it
also an
supposed
upper.
to be lower decker?
You can do either. Actually, the can on Zen says to put it in your upper lip.
And I love to read instructions.
I know. You obviously have. I have a hard time. Like, I get that Zen
I'm
is
just like
just
a
a
by the
flavored
book kind
pouch.
of girl.
I guess because
Type A.
I dipped when so you never did like the long cut though.
Yeah,
You
I've
just
done
did-
that.
Oh,
And
that's
you do
crazy.
a horseshoe.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
awesome.
God.
The boys used to do it in the library, the hockey players, and you could be like, I could do
Oh
it too.
yeah, that makes you dabble with the
And
hockey
they would call
players.
it taking showers when they put it in the shower.
That's so gross.
I didn't dabble. I'm not a fucking whore. I dabble.
What do they
That
call 'em,
sounds
puck sluts?
terrible
Puck sluts?
when you dabble with the hockey
You're-
players.
you're
you
puck
give
slut.
off
Puck slut.
huge Massachusetts energy, like masshole.
Me or him?
No, you're from
I
New
do?
York, right?
Wiowa.
Okay.
It's from Iowa. And
I
I'm
thought
from
you were
pretty close.
I thought you were from like Buffalo or something.
No.
That's
I
like
could
the
see
same thing
that.
as Iowa. You're as pale as someone from Buffalo.
I'm just an Irish kid.
Yeah, he's
I can't
just
step
Irish.
outside. This place, Texas, is like a fucking war zone for me.
Is you wear those glasses to kind of make it look like you have eyebrows?
I wear these glasses because don't fucking hype it up.
Josh is really on it today.
I'm getting yeah, dude. He's never used this many sound effects, and now all of a sudden he's emphasizing it.
Were you nervous to have me? You're like, Chloe's gonna be mean.
No, because I wanted this. I wanted some fucking combatant in this. Because here's the thing.
Everybody here's a bitch. No, I'm
Sometimes
kidding. Some people
sometimes we have good. I mean, we have good guests on most of the time. But sometimes you go away and you go, did I really just say nothing for an hour? Then you go, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Not that I've even said anything today, but
That's
I
like if you do Hans Kim's podcast.
That was good. Yeah.
Good guy. Good guy. I'm kidding. Good guy.
Right, okay, well, that was too far.
All right.
We're done with the noises now. We don't have to drive.
You're like, he even booked me.
That's so funny.
Do you do stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew that.
Don't be mean to our
I
producer.
don't fucking know anyone. It's funny because here.
You don't go around anymore.
Yeah, you think you're better than everybody.
No, I
you
don't.
think you go around. You go, I'm
Yeah.
from New York. I
I'm
put
from New
fucking
York.
upper deckers in, and
When
I fucking.
have I ever said I'm
Just
from
now.
New York to
You said it
anybody?
earlier.
You said it earlier.
You
you
asked me,
literally
but you
said
said,
it.
where are you from?
Yeah, well, you said
Yeah,
you're
but
from
you
New
said
York.
you're from New York. I mean,
It's a classic bait and switch,
yeah,
dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be.
Let's change the subject. Tell us a joke.
Okay, don't.
you don't gotta berate.
Hey,
Jesus
Oh
Christ,
my God.
Chloe.
Keep the bullying here. It doesn't go on the other side of the
kidding.
camera.
Yeah,
He
the
loved
bullying
it.
ends. The bullying ends at this side of the table.
Yeah,
all right.
bully us, bitch.
Okay.
Well, I didn't like the. This is a. I mean, I tell you what. Welcome back to the
What happened
Friendly
in your
Fire
hands?
Pod.
You having a stroke? What's going on over there?
He's having a stroke underneath the
You know
table.
what that looks
Come
like?
on.
It looks
Sex
like
joke.
if you've seen Scary Movie.
Yeah, the
The
guy's
guy
so
was there,
secret.
he's like, "Let me help you with my strong hand."
Strong hand.
It's my strong hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
You can bully us, but not Josh. Okay?
I was kidding.
Okay, I know.
I'm
Sorry,
good, thank
Josh.
you. You're good.
Oh, I want to tell you guys something. I haven't told that many people. I met Tyler, the Creator, on Saturday.
Oh, the rapper.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's
Where'd you meet him?
awesome.
At his concert.
Why are you
Oh,
keeping this to
A
yourself?
meet and greet.
It's just not a thing. Haven't interacted with that many people. No, Christina invited me, so I went, and me and Roth went, and then apparently she knows Jasper, who's like a part of like
Yeah.
Loiter Squad.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we went backstage after, and we're just sitting in his green room because it's at the Moody Center. So they all have their own green rooms. We're watching him play Fortnite. And honestly, I was getting to the point where I was like, we should go. Like, we're just sitting here watching a guy smoke weed. And I felt like I was intruding on somebody's like decompressing time
Yes.
after the show.
Yeah, because he probably didn't want you there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he seemed cool with the vibe, but I didn't know him. But he was being nice. And then Tyler walked in, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, it was crazy. It was.
Oh, I thought you meant you were.
I thought you were
the
Tyler-
creator's
yeah, I thought-
his green room.
Yeah,
just
no,
sitting
I
there
was
watching him
no,
play
we were in
Fortnite.
Jasper's green room.
Yeah.
Tyler was not playing. Tyler did not know what Fortnite was, actually.
Good.
Yeah,
That's hot.
But he
Yeah,
mentioned
you're
that
like, I don't know either.
he mentioned
even
that
fucking heard of Xbox.
So during the show, he mentioned that he went to Amy's Ice Cream and he loved it or whatever, and everybody was like, everybody cheered at everything he said. It was insane. And then after the show, he mentioned he wanted ice cream again, and I said, Jenny's is better than Amy's, and he went, "Why'd you say that?"
Tyler, the creator.
Yeah, and I was like, why did I say that? Like I was like, you mentioned that you like ice cream during the show, and I just wanted to say like Jenny's is better than Amy's. And he was like, yeah, but if I said I like waffles, would you be like, oh, well, you don't like pancakes? And then he said the N-word. And And then I was just kind of like, no. I'm like trying to interact.
See, if you had been a New York comic, you could have riffed back.
No. Here's the thing.
Like, I meant Jenny's box is better than Amy's. You know, you could have done
Yeah, I
something
should've-
fun.
That was a good one.
Jenny's
Definitely
pussy was
should
better
have
than
said
that.
that. I definitely should have said that to Tyler the Creator. I should have said, I meant Jenny's pussy is better than Amy's pussy.
And then he would have been like, dabbed you up.
And then he
Be
would have
like,
dabbed me
hell
up.
yeah.
I
And then
will
you
say
guys
this.
kiss?
He did. So when he walked in,
He's a gay guy.
yeah, he's bi.
Oh my
He
God.
talks about it. When he walked
love
in,
that.
he said what's up to Roth, and I watched the handshake, and it was a in lock down kind of move. And thank God I got to watch him do that beforehand, because then I had about 2 seconds in between that and when I shook his hand, and I nailed it.
Do you ever
nailed it.
You
Have you
ever
seen
seen-
And you never want to fuck up a handshake with a black
Teach
guy,
you-
much less a very, very
Have you ever
famous
seen
black guy.
Limitless?
Yeah,
With
great
Bradley
movie.
Cooper.
Incredible.
You know when
movie.
he's like when he's
Yeah,
about to fight somebody and he like
It
has a
was like
flashback
that.
of all the kung fu
It
training
was
movies.
literally exactly that. It was like I watched their handshake in slow motion, and I was like, all my days of AAU basketball have trained me for this moment.
Wait, can I
to-
show you a handshake? This is what I learned in rehab in Jacksonville. You go dab, dab, trigger finger.
Oh, that's probably some gang shit.
Yeah.
Gang shit.
That's what
We
they do.
did. So we did this.
No.
We went dab, dab. Okay, trigger finger.
Mm-hmm.
We went here and then up. It started in like this, and then it went up to this, and then back to this. No snap. Which is something that.
What is this, the Parent Trap?
Which is something that the
That's what
black.
Josh
And
and
then
I would do.
yeah, and then we and what is it? And then they go up, down,
And then we get our servant.
and then we
we get our servant. Yeah.
yeah.
But
They're
yeah,
getting paid. They're not. They're not.
They're not
getting paid.
servants.
Did you
They're-
love how both those kids ended up insanely rich in the movie?
Yeah. That's the dream.
It was amazing.
That's what you want. But yeah, it was a good experience. I'm glad I nailed the handshake. I will say this. I don't want to just leave it hanging. I did turn the ice cream conversation into a good. We talked about ice cream for like 10 minutes. Also, growing up a fat kid, been trained for that moment as well.
Now,
we were talking about textures. We were talking about Cold Stone and Marble Slab compared to Baskin Robbins.
I love Cold Stone.
So you and Tyler would not get along. He does not like Cold Stone.
You know, remember the
It's
song
too creamy.
that
He
you'd sing?
likes Baskin Robbins the best.
You tip, put a
You
tip
tip
in.
a pit. Yeah.
When you tip a jar, you put gas in our car. Thanks for coming to Cold Stone. So we used to do that, and they have to sing, and then we'd stand there with coins and go over and over and over.
That's
And they'd have to-
diabolical.
They'd have to keep singing, and they're getting so mad, and we're like,
It's so funny to do. It's like 15-year-old kids.
we're like, dance monkey.
they're
Yeah.
just like trying to make.
That was 2 years ago. I found one in Ohio, and I did
You're,
that.
you're too old to be. You're too old to be
That was my
messing
early
with.
30s.
Yeah, you're too
Are you
old to be
crazy?
messing with people.
No.
That's so
Yeah,
fun.
you're an
Okay.
evil person.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
what I'm
I just have
saying.
5 brothers.
Yeah, that is
dude,
what
oh,
it is.
holy shit!
That
Everything
explains
makes
so much.
Yeah.
So much. Do you have any sisters?
One.
One, and she's
How's
younger.
she?
She's-
Older.
She's older.
Yeah, she doesn't like me.
Yeah.
She just is always like, that's enough talking, Chloe.
Yeah, I get it.
Five.
This guy.
You just caught him like
He
Loki
was-
agreeing.
Yeah,
like,
he's like, can she shut the fuck up?
Five older brothers.
No, I have one older and then 4 younger brothers.
Oh,
And
so
it's-
you were a
the
monster
thing
to them.
about no. When you older brothers don't really like make fun of you as much because they more are like kind of like more protective to a little sister. But the little ones, they are fucking shithole, like shitheads to you
Yeah.
because they can do whatever they want because they're younger than you.
Yeah, my sisters were older, and one of them used to like punch, like just beat me up. And I only saw her like every like other weekend, but
Yeah, we
So
used
funny to
do
have beef with
crazy
somebody
stuff.
every other weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like dad's weekend. You're like motherfucker.
Every
Yeah.
Shadow
other,
boxing
Yeah.
in your room to get prepared.
It's so
Dad's
funny.
got custody this weekend. Fuck.
Oh no, I started talking about in stand up. We used to lock our babysitter in a closet because we're all like a year apart. So it's
So you'd overpower her.
yeah, and we'd lock a babysitter in a closet, and then we'd lock the youngest in another closet, and someone would put their like foot on the door, and then we'd just run around the house and we'd yell that fire. We'd be like, "There's a fire! There's a huge fire! Has anyone seen
Dude,
him?
holy
Has anyone seen
shit.
Harrison?" And Harrison would go, "I'm in here." We'd go, "We'd have to leave him!" And he'd be like, "No!"
That's crazy, dude. You like legitimately just traumatizing your younger
I like
brother.
that though.
And
That's
then
fun.
we used to,
never
I used
did
to go to
anything
this
like
girl's
that.
house, and you know when you go to your friend's house, you have to play like the games they want to play. She would always want to like play funeral,
The fuck is that?
Dude, what the
You wanted
fuck?
to play funeral?
I want to play funeral.
But we didn't. So we'd be like, fine, let's play funeral. So we'd hang out with her little sister, and she didn't know we were playing funeral. And the sister was like 5 years younger, so we'd pretend that the sister died, and we'd be like, oh my god. And then we'd have a funeral for her, but she'd be there, and we'd be like, I just miss Sarah so much. And she's like, I'm right here. We're like,
Yeah.
And she'd be like yelling, and we'd just like put down flowers and be like, who's gonna tell mom? We'd like fake call mom. Yes, Sarah's dead. And the girl would be like crying, I'm not alive. And then we'd be like, let's move on, and we'd like go do something else.
Is that what ladies do
yeah,
growing up?
what
What
the
the
fuck?
fuck?
I
We
thought
used to
you
just
guys
play
would
like
do-
smear the queen. Like we
Yeah,
would just be
well,
like, you have a football,
yeah.
you're gay, tackle him.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are picking fake
That's
funerals
crazy.
is insane.
Yeah. I thought you
it's
guys were doing, like, tea parties
No,
and pillow
psychological
fights and shit.
warfare.
No wonder by the time.
No wonder. This
My friend
explains
used to
so
play
much.
with
We
her-
should have
Is this
had
like
a woman on
a-
earlier.
yeah, is this a
I'm really
common
learning a
woman-
lot.
a
And
lady
then,
thing?
and then you could play housekeeper and make people wash your feet.
Okay.
What?
Jesus Christ. That's only for the white.
If you play housekeeper, are you the housekeeper or they are the housekeeper?
Okay, this is a really fucked up game I played.
Okay.
It's not sexual.
Yeah, because the other two were totally normal.
I had this one friend who was like, had a lot of money. And she had like a very big house, and she had, give or take, a staff.
Yeah.
And they were like they were like uniforms, and we used to go to her house, and you had to play the game she wanted to play, like kids do, and you'd be like, what are we gonna play? She's like, let's play poor. And
That's okay.
so we'd go in the backyard and we would rub dirt on our faces and eat bark. And then we'd go out to the people right there and be like, could I please have some change? Excuse me, could you please spare some change?
Did they play along?
They had to. They were on the clock. They were on the clock. They didn't want to play poor too.
That's crazy.
To play
just to be
poor?
like watching the rich kids that you take care of cosplay as you
horrible.
is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
It's horrible.
That's awesome.
It wasn't my game.
No, it's not even your fault.
And you're
at
also
all.
young.
If
So
you
you
don't
don't know.
You have to play the games that your friend plays when you go to their house. It's
Yeah.
kind of a thing. And then we'd also play tax evasion,
Dude, this
where
is
you go hide in a tree house.
You go, the IRS is after us.
We'd invite,
We have to
we'd
go hide
invite
in
one
the
Jew
treehouse.
over. And he'd be the accountant. Like, I haven't seen him anywhere.
He's permanent. It's hide and
You're,
seek.
you're hiding with a
I don't
Jew
know.
in
You
the
want to play
attic.
tax evasion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Did
had
you grow up
quite the
religious?
upbringing, huh?
No.
No religion?
I didn't even know the Lord's Prayer, and they said it in my middle school every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get like really embarrassed because we'd have to say it every morning, and I didn't know it, so I would just like mumble random shit and be like,
You're going to hell for that, by
I'd
the
be
way.
Do you wanna do it
I'd be
now?
Like,
Do
Our
you know it?
Father, yeah, I learned it in rehab.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it then.
Our Father,
Who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Thy
will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Your hands are sweaty.
Give us this day.
Stop.
And forgive us our trespasses. Why are you making eye contact during?
Because I'm trying to lock in. As we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen. Friendly fire. Is that happening?
Friendly Fire Podcast.
We fucking love.
That was a good. That was a good one.
You're gonna
You're
lose some
back.
listeners
I'm
on
back.
that
That was a
one.
good-
I'm back on the. I'm
Nah.
back on the. I'm back on the noises.
Yeah,
I'm back
the
on the
noise
sound
is good.
effects.
I'm back on the Lord lately. I think.
Are you? You been going to church?
No, of
No.
course not.
Let's
I'm not
go.
a psycho. But
haven't-
I'm not. What am I dating a woman who's religious? No, I'm not going back to
Yeah,
church.
that's the only
I
time
haven't killed anybody
dude,
It's
recently.
the only time I've ever.
The only
been.
time I've ever went to church is literally to try to impress a lady.
There's been 2 times in my life I've gone to church. One, rehab. It was the only time we got to leave the property.
Yes.
There were bitches at Christ Fellowship too. They were
Dude.
fucking sexy girls at Christ
Were
Fellowship.
they racked
dude.
up?
Dude, they were
Racked up.
racked up at
Oh,
Christ
they got the
Fellow.
hogs out at church.
At Christ Fellow, dude, they were because this was like a mega church.
I like that.
The church
Oh,
was
yeah.
for real the size of a mall. There
For
was
real?
a
For real?
There was a food court. There was all sorts of shit. It used to
Wow.
be
They had
a
a
mall.
fingering chamber for the.
They had a fingering chamber. Yes,
You
of
finger your
course.
lady there?
Yeah, and the
Confessional.
woman, the first girl that I tried to start
They had a
like dating.
confessional.
Come on.
When I was in
Come on.
rehab was
That's
from
good. Come
Christ
on.
Fellowship.
I went to a church once in rehab in a sober house, and they were like, "Oh, you guys can leave on like Sunday if you go to a church or a meeting or something." So we're like, "All right, we'll find." So we found this like church and it was like one of those like big ones, and it was right after. Remember those shootings in Florida at the gay nightclub?
Yes.
Obviously, you guys were like, we were there. And we went to the church. That didn't make sense. I'm going to finish my story.
No,
so we went to the church, and they're like, welcome newcomers. And they were like so excited we were there. And they were like, we got new people. And they came and like sat us in the front row. They had a microphone. We said our names, and everyone was like so excited. And then the guy went into his sermon, and he's like, and all those gays will burn in hell.
No
we were like, fuck, I think we're at the wrong church.
Yeah.
But we couldn't leave because then we'd have to walk past everybody again because they sat us in the front row.
Oh no!
And we were like, now we gotta stay for the whole thing.
That's crazy.
It was
we just went to
nuts.
one where in the middle of it, they would do like a 10 to 15 minute set begging for money.
Yeah.
I played that game.
Yeah, they would do that. And then
play
we
porn?
had one guy who was on the Dr. Phil show and got sent to the rehab. I met a lot of people who were on the Dr. Phil show. I dated a girl who was on the Dr. Phil show.
Really?
That
Yeah.
wasn't a red flag.
Of course it was. We were both in the first year of our
Was she
sobriety.
cured?
She's doing great.
What was she on the
now,
Dr.
yeah.
Phil
Yeah, what
show
was her phobia? Like cotton
No,
balls?
she was a pregnant heroin addict living out of a van. So, and her mom loved Dr. Phil, so was like,
Has she done
Dr. Phil,
Kill-
please help my.
Has she done Kill Tony?
Not yet. She's still. She's been signing up.
Still signing up.
She's been signing up, but she's not gotten drawn yet.
And she hasn't done any open mics to prep
yeah.
either. She's gonna go up there and be like, I've been signing up for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then they go, this is my
We
first
love-
time doing stand up.
Yeah, and then she'll crush. She'll get a big joke book. But there was this guy who was on the Dr. Phil show, and he like really wanted to be an actor, and he was also kind of a rapper, white guy named Brandon, and he would do that
Down to
like
the name.
in the middle of church. He would go in the aisle and get down on his knees and do these like big like he would sing along. It was the kind of like church where you sing with your hand in the air, and he would do all that shit. And then afterwards, I'd be like, "Man, you're like really feeling it, huh?" And he would be like, "Oh no, I'm just practicing acting." That's kind of sick. That's
Yeah.
kind of a good. I mean,
Church is like an airplane. Like you do whatever the fuck you want for those 2 hours, and no one can judge you.
yeah.
Well, that was wrong. But you know, on a plane, but you know, on like
can
a
fart.
plane, on a plane, you're sitting next to. You're so close to strangers you never met, and you fall asleep next to them. Sometimes
Yeah.
like cry, you could let a little fart out,
Yeah.
and nobody can tell you that's wrong.
Dude, I'm a big farter on a plane.
I will fart on a plane.
The pre-
I will
it's something
fart
about
in
the altitude.
terminal.
Do you get
It's
erections
like
on the plane?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's
You're
like,
like, yeah.
I actually get. I think top
You,
three
you get them
horniest
before you
times.
board.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, I get them in the TSA line. I go, I
Yeah.
cannot wait for these black ladies to yell at
That's
me.
the best
Yeah.
thing. Sometimes when I'm real sad, I'll just put change in my pocket before I
Yeah.
go through security.
You
just
just get
for so
felt
somebody
up.
touches
Get somebody
me.
gets like
I know, would you
laptops
like
go in
a-
a separate bin.
They're
I
like,
got-
yeah, it's under my shirt. They're like, do you want a man or a woman? I'm like, a man.
Do they ask you that?
Sometimes.
Yeah, they will. I got patted
never
up one
gotten
time, and I called the
that
TSA
question.
agent Big Boy, and he did not like. He did not care
What
for
up,
it
big
at all.
boy?
No, he was patting me down. I was like, real thorough there, Big Boy.
Big
and he,
boy.
And he was like, sir, and I was like, okay, all right, sorry.
Yeah, go. Hey,
You're the one
you
who's
keep
back.
going, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I want.
Bit of a
Okay.
sniper. I'm a bit of a sniper, guys. I'm a bit of a
Jesus Christ.
sniper.
If you keep going, I'm gonna come.
You can quote me on that one too. Don't
Yeah.
take that. I'm gonna use that on stage later.
I get hard on airplanes all
Are
the
you?
time.
Fucking yeah.
Oh,
No, of course not.
Do you even have a show?
Tonight I do.
Jesus Christ. Do you even get spots?
I'll have you know I'm going to be performing at the new material night at East Austin tonight at 9 p.m. for 4 people.
Yeah.
Are you working?
No, I don't.
Oh.
No.
No, I don't work.
I'm just walking.
kidding, I don't. But
no,
here's the thing,
That's
I
another
do-
reason why I should leave. No, I don't really get booked. So.
Well, how often do you try to get booked?
But how often are you getting?
How often do you have to try? I
Every
thought you
day.
were only supposed
Every
to-
day's a hustle.
You've only lived here for like
Every
6
day's a
months.
struggle. Get your money. Fucking hustle. Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
How long did you live in New York before you got booked a lot? On good shows.
7 years.
My whole time.
Your whole life.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
but like,
years.
yeah, but like, I was also like starting comedy.
Yeah.
Been doing
Yeah.
comedy a long time. I've been
Yeah.
here for 8 months or 8 months. I'm like, all right.
How many spots do you get a week?
Like, depends. Sometimes I'll get 5. Sometimes I'll get 0.
5
Yeah,
is
of course.
great.
And then you go out and you do guest spots and you
Yeah.
do
No,
that.
I don't know how to do guest spots.
You ask.
Oh, well then that's your problem.
You show
You go,
up.
hey, can I do a spot? And they go, yeah.
Like sometimes like right now I have 1 spot on Wednesday. I don't have any this weekend. I guarantee you I'll do spots this weekend. Because you just go out.
Yeah.
Teaching Chloe how to do comedy.
You should take my class, by the way.
Yeah, you should take Josh's
I have a class at Jester
There's
King
actually,
Brewery.
we actually can't keep talking because we are.
Any more
It is
advice,
a part
it's-
of the
you-
class.
Any,
and
any more advice?
we
you
don't
want
wanna have to send you an invoice.
Fee.
I
Yeah.
also don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
That part sucks.
Yeah.
How
and
do you get
so
around?
Well, you
I take
shouldn't-
Ubers, and I'm so sick of it. And
Yeah.
How do you afford that?
they're like $6.
Oh,
But then
you live
sometimes
close.
they're really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever hop on
depends.
those moped or the scooters?
Oh, I will die.
The scooters are just as expensive, by the way.
Yeah, they sometimes are more expensive.
Yeah, but you get to be free and fun.
There's zero.
But it's a little dangerous driving them at night.
Oh, for sure. It's very dangerous.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
extremely dangerous. I watched her. I used to have a joke about it, but the first week I was here, I watched a girl run straight and like she was going through a crosswalk and a truck was turning and she just straight into the side of this truck.
Did she die?
No, she was totally fine.
Did she say
was in her
sorry to the truck?
She was in her cowboy boots and she got up and she got back on the scooter and just walked.
She must
like,
have been
what?
fucking
Yeah, you was
jammed.
probably
over.
hammered.
She was
if
probably
you-
trashed. It was
Can you
the
get a
middle of
DUI
6th
on one of
Street.
those things?
My brother's
I
friend
don't
got a
think so.
DUI on a golf cart recently.
That's
Yeah, you can get a DUI in a golf cart.
On the
yes.
course or just around town?
No, like
If
around.
they did
he was
that,
at like
that-
at like some sort of like club in Florida where they drive around golf carts.
That's
They would-
all that there is in my neighborhood down in Florida. In Florida, where I lived, it was people didn't even drive cars. They drove. There were
Yeah.
so many golf carts.
You can get DUI on there. If you could get a DUI in a golf cart on a golf course, police would never have to go anywhere. They would meet their quota in a day. Everybody is just drunk driving golf carts on the
Sick of being
every
a
golf
statistic.
course. What?
You golf?
Yeah, I golf.
Yeah, Chloe golfs.
But no one will play with me.
You never ask.
I ask all the time.
You've asked maybe 3
Chloe,
times.
I feel like there's a
How many
theme
times do I have
going
to
on right
ask?
now.
Huh?
How many
Yeah,
times?
there is a theme.
Victim.
You are
You
the are the victim.
play a victim.
I don't get booked. Nobody wants to play
I
golf
don't
with
give
me.
a shit. I'm busy.
What are
You're
you
not
busy doing? Not,
busy.
Watching
obviously not
Dexter.
spots. Yeah, watching Dexter again.
You're watching Dexter?
Every day.
You like Dexter?
Yeah.
I don't like that show that much.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I do like
the
Severance.
blood.
Great
Do you like
conversation, by the way.
This is the
you
worst
like, You like
episode.
Dexter? and she's
This
like,
episode's
yeah.
bad?
And no, it's
Having
not
a
bad.
woman?
No,
Ah!
Josh thinks that every episode that we do is a bad episode.
If it, yeah,
That's
we'd
your
have 2
own
episodes. Out. Yeah, it
insecurities.
is. I'm also insecure about my nipples. I'm trying to. 'Cause
Show me.
You can see them probably.
Huh, are you wearing a bra?
I'm wearing a tank top.
Oh.
Because otherwise you'd see the
I
nipples.
saw the outline of like I thought of training bra.
Well, it looks like it's a tank top and it's pretty snug. Cause I'm fucking jacked.
You got a wife beater on?
I got a wife beater on. I'm
do
getting
you ever
jacked.
go out? Do you ever go out just
Get a
wife
girl. At least
beater?
get a girlfriend first.
Crazy man. If he all right.
That's a good joke. Or you get a wife
But
beater.
but
Been
he
in a
does have a
I've been in a
girlfriend.
relationship for 6 years.
You have? Are you gonna propose?
In like a very
Yeah.
public relationship for 6 years.
yeah. Yeah, I might. I've been thinking about proposing. Here's the
You're gonna do it on one knee or
How
both
would you
knees?
do it?
I wanted
Proposing
Begging
on
her?
both, proposing on both knees is
for
so
begging is just
funny.
begging. You're like, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to. There's no fun answer because it's like I don't want to do anything. I wouldn't obviously do anything crazy. It would just be
Disney
like,
World.
Disney World would suck.
Yeah.
I
You're
think if
not
you,
asking her. You're not like one of those like those high school movies when they ask people to prom. in
I
a
did
fun
that.
way.
You know what? I did. I asked the lady to prom in a fun way.
Would you?
I did a promposal.
Yes.
That's what the kids call it.
And
Yeah.
both- yeah. And you were just on heroin.
No,
But
I wasn't
no.
on heroin yet. I was asking people to prom.
I asked Chanel Barlas to prom by. I closed off the entire library and I put like little police tape everywhere and like little like clue, like like those little triangle things that are like clues where pieces of evidence are.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was outlined in chalk and then there's a headstone that said, "I'm dying to take you to prom."
Dude, wow. That's
and then
a
she
lot.
Said, and then she said yes, and then
It's-
and then I fingered a different lady at prom.
That's awesome.
After prom. Not I didn't finger her at prom. I wasn't at prom
Imagine
fingering.
doing all of that. And then she gets to your chalk outline and she goes, I'm sorry, Jared already asked.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
go.
yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, that's
For
totally
sure.
totally cool. For sure,
You're like,
for sure.
can't kill me. I'm already dead.
Yeah,
For sure,
yeah.
for
How do you
sure.
kill what's already dead?
Oh my god, I was so immature in high school. I remember when I went to prom with my boyfriend. He was like, "You look so pretty in your dress," and I was like, "You're so gay." Like, if someone had
Did
done
you have a
that,
Did you have a Zin in back then too?
yeah, he was so hot.
Was he?
Yeah,
What's his name?
But why'd you call him gay for calling you pretty?
I just felt like I didn't like it. He was just being.
Do you
like,
always try to be like one of the boys?
No, I don't know. I was just weird.
Are you a
His name was Emerson, and he played.
Oh, that's a
and he-
hot
and he-
dude. That's a
and he
hot
played
guy name.
lax.
yeah?
Oh.
Gel hair or no?
He was on the. He was like co-captain of the hockey team. He played lax.
Jesus, what are we doing, Chloe? You
Damn.
could be on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
Chloe's been pretty close a couple of times to being set
On a
for
boat?
life. To being on a boat, yeah. She's never quite made it out onto the water yet.
Yeah, you're shore locked, sir.
You're shore locked right now.
Now,
for
why
sure.
why did you guys break
I got
up?
boat shoes on.
You got boat shoes on. That's true. This
You
is
really
the.
do.
I mean, I'm not one to talk about fashion, but it is a lot going on right there.
No, it looks good.
Boat
Never
shoes are
let
in, bitch.
never let Josh tell you
Read a
anything
blog.
about fashion.
How about this? How about you wear the same 5 shirts every day?
Me?
No, me.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you telling me?
I also.
I was gonna be like, I didn't pack that much clothes when I moved here. I was like, you talking to me?
No. I wear 5. I wear this. I rotate 5 shirts. I go. I like this one in black. I like this one in blue.
Yeah,
I'll do that
that's
again.
so funny. You said one thing and we all got insecure. We're like, are you talking about me? I literally do that. My closet has like 20 shirts in it. I wear 5 at a time,
Yeah, but
and then I never wear any more. And then I thrift another shirt, and I go, "This is the one I'm going to wear."
You've
3
been
times a
expanding
week.
though. Your camo pants. I like the camo pants, but
Camo pants are
he
very
did pull.
comfy.
He did pull up with camo pants on for the first time, and I don't think I've seen those.
Really?
I don't think I've seen those.
No.
Capris?
No, they're
I
just
keep finding
short 'cause
things
I'm
out.
sitting down.
I keep finding things out about
What
Matt.
size foot are you?
15.
Size
What
7 and a
you?
half.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I got
That's
tiny.
funny.
I also have small balls.
Are you really a 7.5?
100%. Yeah. And look at these little girls.
That's
Do
crazy.
you see these little hogs?
It's crazy that you can stand up.
Yeah, dude. I'm like built like a. You know what I'm built? I'm like a teeter totter or
You're like,
something.
you
I
look
don't
like
know.
Rogan. You're ripped.
Yeah.
People always say that about me.
That you look like Rogan?
They always go, "You're just like him."
Yeah.
Like everything.
And
And I
like
go,
when they like
"Stop."
watch you do stand up, they're like, "You're just like Rogan." By the
Well,
way.
then what it is, they see me do jujitsu.
Ah, that's
I'm a big
what it is.
Oh, I thought
jitsu
you were
guy.
going to say they see you podcasting.
Yeah.
I'm basically an elite level operator at everything I try
Yeah,
to do.
that's what it is.
I
yeah.
no, and then I get
Everything Rogan does on every episode of Years, you should just like do,
Repeat
like,
it?
No, do like the very like F-list version of it. Like he has Trump, and you get like some really low
impersonator.
person. No, not impersonator, like someone in office.
Mayor.
Like
Yeah,
someone
just
running-
like a comptroller
yeah,
from the
like-
city,
yeah.
from Travis County comptroller.
You know how I mean, not to
You're like,
talk
we're
too
gonna
much
sway
about
the election.
not to talk too much about the Podfather, but do you understand my roommate Jack O'Sullivan? He took a lady out and she had moved her entire life out here because her whole thing was she was full schizophrenic basically, but she moved her entire life from like Baltimore, uplifted everything, moved into a van, drove out here, and she spent the last 3 years trying to meet Joe Rogan.
That's so funny.
And our roommate went on a date with her, had no idea she was, because she was like a hot lady.
And she cried. On
And then
the
she
date.
started crying and was like asking him to stay. And then he was like, I mean, yeah, I fucked her, but like, he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm
She
gonna.
sucked my dick, but then she cried.
What was her
after.
game plan if when she met him?
Who knows?
I don't know, dude.
I've
people
got a
are-
book.
People
You
are
know,
crazy.
just
Yeah.
saying.
Well, a comic, Tom.
I'd
feedback,
never heard of Joe Rogan until I got here.
That's bullshit. But Tom told me this story when he was first coming up. They did like there was like an old school comic at Zany's who was like doing like a seminar for younger comics, right? And you ask questions, and afterwards he was like, "What's the best thing that I couldn't do like to like further my career?" And he was like, without like not in jest at all. He went, "You should try to get on Joe Rogan." That was as like a 40-year comic. His advice was try and get on Joe Rogan.
That's
And that
everybody's
same
advice.
girl took that class.
Yeah,
That's-
and here she is.
Well, that's like such dad advice. You should do why don't you go do
Yeah.
the thing?
dude.
Yeah.
People.
He's funny. Why don't you collab with that
yeah,
guy?
yeah. Why don't you
People
get him to do a
think
skit?
that anytime, like, there's always somebody who thinks because I've performed at Comedy Mothership that I am just a centimeter away from being on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, they don't
There's
understand this.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, you get there and they're like, no one's allowed in the green room.
Yeah. They know
You're
I
like,
can't
walk
even go in the
upstairs and
green
they're
room
like,
when he's
get
there.
him out of here.
Yeah, they want
Go
you-
down to Mitzi's.
they
Get outta
want you
here.
7 times to make sure there's nothing on there. Yeah, go ahead and have the answer the FaceTime. Who is that?
My editor.
No.
You got
turn
an
that
editor?
off.
Turn that off.
Turn that off.
Diego can wait.
Diego can fucking wait.
Of course. What is he? Diego? Where's he from? What are you getting? Fucking import export?
Speaking of Joe Rogan, how do you feel about
I'm
this
gonna make-
fucking guy
there's
being
some
in our
fucking
country?
tariffs that
Yeah.
you're avoiding by
Are
doing
you not
it.
paying? Are you better be paying the tariffs for his clips, by the way.
Is he a American man? Never mind.
He's a Puerto Rican Jew.
Whoa.
And you're
He's
paying
my-
him
he's my
$5 a
boyfriend.
clip?
New York.
No, he's a comic. He started in Chicago and he lives in New York now.
Puerto Rican Jew.
He's so funny.
Interesting.
He's insane. When he did his JFL audition like 2 years ago, I was at it, and he goes on stage every time fully unprepared. He just went on
Like
stage
that.
and they're like, "All right, Diego." Like his manager's like, "You're just gonna have a good set tonight. Like just do your actual set." And he's like, "Of course." He goes on stage and just starts reading from Anne Frank's diary, and everyone else is taking it so seriously. He's like, "Chapter 5." It's like insane.
That's kind of did it go well?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I've never seen clips from it, so I'm wondering if maybe
I don't know if they
the-
even filmed that, right?
the new faces they do. Sorry,
The auditions.
I don't know. Oh no, not the auditions.
And then
no.
there's this other guy in Chicago who's so fucking funny. His name is Dale McPeak. He's like very overweight, very big dude.
automatically
so
hilarious.
his
100%.
stand up is insane. Like Louis saw him once, and Louis brought him on some shows, but like he doesn't like travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he did his JFL audition, and he like was murdering, like flooring the room, and everyone's like, "Yeah, finally, like Dale's gonna get out of this town," you know. And then right at the end, he goes, "And by the way, fuck you, Canada." And everyone's like, "No."
Damn, because it happened. It's in
It's
Montreal,
Montreal,
right?
yeah.
He did that, yeah. He did it to like the JFL, like the people who were doing
So
the
funny.
showcase, and it was like, "No, Dale."
You just blew it.
It's killing.
Your only shot. JFL is your only
There's
shot.
a lot of real funny comics, like a few of them in Chicago, especially on the South Side.
Yeah.
These black dudes that are just like murderers, but
course.
they'll never leave Chicago. Like they would just destroy any
Well,
scene they go to.
There's a lot, but the question is, would they?
Yes,
I mean, maybe.
I think so.
Maybe, but maybe not. There's a lot of Florida people in Florida just throughout that like for some weird reason can just crush a Florida room. Like they just
Yeah.
know. Like remember Carl Remy?
Oh yeah, he's insane,
Dude, he would
So good.
just fucking murder.
And you think he would be bad here?
I hosted a weekend and he was featuring, and the headliner had me go up and do 2 minutes in between,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that I was gonna bomb, so that he didn't have to follow that. And I just it's one of those things where it's like a lot of it is local stuff, but also it's just when you're doing comedy somewhere for 20 years, you learn
Yeah.
to do that.
Colloquialisms.
You know what they like and like
Mm-hmm.
what they're about, and then if you have to go somewhere else, it's like, oh,
Yeah, but also Chicago's like a very major city, so
True.
it's different than like.
Did you live in
doing-
Chicago, or you
No,
just
well,
go
my
there a lot?
boyfriend lived there, so I'd visit a lot and do stand up there. I mean, I like New York.
Is
Comedy.
your boyfriend a comic? You have a boyfriend
Uh-huh.
that's a comic? Who? Tell me his,
His name is Eric Freddy. Well, we're kind of not dating right now, but
Wow, what happened?
interesting.
it's just been long distance for
No,
like
that
2
stinks.
years.
Long distance is a scam. Like you shouldn't do long distance in a relationship.
It's a scam.
It's a scam. They get big fucking pharma
Oh,
wants
because
you
all
to.
you do, yeah, it's big pharma.
Big pharma wants.
Because all you do is fight. You start to
Yeah.
like, you don't fight, but like I've been here, I moved here in September, and like we were long distance before that because he was in Chicago, and then basically right when he moved to New York, I moved here.
Really
And-
great relationship you guys have.
You go.
It's like,
That's the key.
babe, I'm so happy you're here. I am gonna go to Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to Texas. But so you guys have never even been together.
not
then.
really.
Oh.
But we both like
Maybe that's the key.
travel a good amount.
I did that.
so-
Well, I did that when I was younger, when I was in the military with a couple different ladies, and I think it's just always bad.
It just always
just
we ended up just ended up like not getting along. By me being here for like 3 months, it was just like getting
Yeah.
to be like, okay, what are we doing?
It's just there's
and
just
we were just like fighting, and we just started to like resent each other.
yeah, and then you want to go to EDM festivals and get fingered at
There
Electric
you
Forest,
go.
and then you break
See,
up with your
this
boyfriend.
This is why military guys, there's always the trope of the military girlfriend or wife cheating. It's like, yeah, idiot, you were gone for a year.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why the dog is always more
They always-
excited to see
like,
the person than the girl, than the woman, because they're like, fuck, he's back. They're like, Tony had a better dick.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
I remember finding
The
out the
dog's
girl.
like, you gonna put some peanut butter on there for me? And the wife's like, yeah, let the dog lick it.
the girl that I was dating when I was young, like in high school that I ended up going in the military, still with her, went to
You're dating a girl from high school still?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah,
Well,
right
she's
now he's
mature for
dating
her
high
age.
school.
Well, were,
She's
were
six-
you in military when you were like
She's
11?
18. She's a senior.
She's immature too.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean we've been together for 6 years, so I met her when I was 20.
You got her half off when Epstein.
Jesus
estate
Christ,
down.
no! But when I was like 18, I was dating this lady who was still in high school. I left for the military; she was still in high school, and then I got a message when she went to Electric Forest in Minneapolis, and I got a text saying, "I think she just got fingered in a tent," and I was like, "Oh!"
It's funny. It's funny that whoever sent you that was like,
So
I don't
specific.
think they did oral, but I
think she got
for
fingered in a
sure
tent.
It
there
was
was some
definitely
fingering
that person
going
who
on.
did it.
yeah.
That's like the other hand's guilt. Like
Yeah,
this hand
yeah,
did it,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the other hand was like, we gotta tell her.
Hey,
and
just so
I
you
think
know,
the guy did a really good job, by
I
the way.
think she like only
Sorry,
got
a lot of
fingered.
spelling errors. There's cum all over my fingers.
I think she only got fingered. She definitely came, and
yeah.
it's a problem. You should really look into that because I'm your boy. So
and I'm your
you know,
boy.
like,
Yeah.
Wow, this is a fun podcast. Maybe I'll stay in Texas.
Texas, you should. Friendly Fire
The
podcast.
Friendly Fire
baby.
I
podcast
love
keeps you in Texas.
your guys' sketch stuff. Good girls.
Yeah,
What is it?
thank you.
It's-
Yeah.
I looked at it because one of the videos, and I looked at your YouTube page. It's like so well done.
Oh yeah,
and
thank you.
the cameras are so good.
It's all it is. It's all camera and lighting.
It's all
Yeah.
cameras and lighting.
It's all the people. If people, that's the thing. People,
No humor.
No humor. You don't need
It's
humor.
really good.
It's just
You don't
You
need
guys
to
have
be
a lot
funny.
of. You have a big YouTube following.
Yeah, it's pretty big. We're trying.
doing
We're
okay.
about to put some more stuff out. Which pay attention to that, ladies and gentlemen. Good Girl Studios on YouTube. We have a medieval thing coming out. That
How did you get? How long are your videos? Like, are they like a couple minutes?
that's like boring SEO stuff, but it's like 8 minutes or longer is what
I
we
guess
try
we
to
can
go
talk
to.
about this after. This is very common.
Yeah,
content.
but
Because I was
okay.
gonna say I just started doing. I had like a YouTube channel, but I never posted anything on it really.
Yeah.
They would just plug it when I would do real ass podcasts, and then I'd just get like random
Subs, but then
followers, but I
nothing
never
put
posted
in-
anything.
yeah,
and then
100%.
now I'm doing like News for Women with Kurt. And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
posted, I got like some followers from it, but it's still like at almost not only like 3,600, and I'm like, how do I grow this? You just have to go viral.
You can't.
YouTube.
Like I'm being
Are
so
you saying
serious.
I'll never make it?
I'm not saying
Yeah,
that. I'm
you'll
saying
never
it's
make
a nightmare. It's so hard to do any of it. You really have to get lucky with a lot of stuff. But we can talk about this in a second. But for sure, people don't give a fuck about when I start talking about SEO shit. When I'm like, let's optimize your YouTube channel. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
but there's a lot of stuff that you can probably do that I can look at in a second.
You're like, go on Ozempic. You're like, get a nose
You
job.
should. Yeah, go. Well, you are pre-Ozempic.
Let's optimize your face.
You have
Optimize.
to fix a lot.
You know
about
what you should do?
and then we'll worry about
when
your
you work on
YouTube.
yourself.
Yeah,
I mean,
work on yourself first, and then we'll worry about your YouTubes.
Yeah.
What is the key? What is your? Because the news, you just do parody news.
Yeah.
So fun.
Well, it's real.
Well, I've seen some of
real
your, yeah,
news,
it's
but
real
it's
news,
for
but
women.
It's for
Did
women.
you see the fucked up thing about the 32-year-old guy who started a fire in his stepmom's house to escape? His stepmom had
Yes!
dude, fucking
But
brutal.
he said he wasn't locked up for a long
What, was
time,
she
so why
stuck
didn't
in
he
the
just
dryer or
escape?
something?
No. So this kid was like,
Oh,
this,
that was
this,
a good one. That was a porn
his
joke.
come on.
Sexual.
I feel like we're above. Can
His
we? I
mother-
feel like we're above this as a podcast, right? We don't need to do porn jokes.
His mother was, his stepmom was like abusing him.
I just like draw a line for
Yeah.
no reason.
He was 5.
Josh drawing the line, being like, "We're not going to make any stupid jokes anymore."
In Josh Francis comedy, everything we say is
Yeah.
smart.
This is highbrow comedy.
Okay, so wait.
From the
explain,
guy with no
Chloe.
brows.
I almost like, did I just go cross-eyed too? Because my eyes adjusted. I think I
First
literally
of
went,
all, I have eyebrows.
it's not my fault.
Wait, yeah, you they're there.
They're
but
there.
they
They're
are hard to
blonde.
see.
Well, that's also how. That's my issue with trying to
just
get a
go,
fucking
"They're
mustache.
blonde."
That's my issue with trying to grow a mustache. I grew a mustache for like 5 months, and
It was just upsetting.
You couldn't see anything. I one time I used to put Just for Men in it.
Crazy, but I support.
So,
it.
anyways, this
wait,
lady.
yeah, explain
so
to
this
me
lady
what
had
happened.
she had a stepson. Her dad. So his biological father was married to this woman. He died.
But he only had died 5 months before that.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, so this is all important information. But the man apparently kept his son in a bathroom, like it's like it was like a closet to
It
a
was
bathroom
an
where they would
8x9
like
room or something.
Yeah, and they would lock it at night, and then he'd get. It was like they pulled him out. He started this fire to like save his life and like try to like get freedom.
The way he
And-
made the fire, though, was he used hand sanitizer, magazine paper, and something
and
else.
like a light. He like sparked something to like create the fire
Whoa.
to escape, and they pulled him out. He was 32 years old. He's 5'9", and he's 69
60
pounds.
You just said 69. It was 60. Perfect.
No, he was 69.
I think he was pretty. I'm pretty sure.
They pulled him out, and he was 69ing his
He was 69 his stepmom.
And
No,
they
dude,
pulled
but
him out.
it's
He
like
was 69 pounds. They were like, nice.
Yeah.
nice, sick, but it's like fucked up.
That's crazy.
And it's like one of those things.
Did
well,
the stepmom live the fire?
Yeah, dude. They let her post bail,
Yeah.
which is like that's a problem. Somebody
The
should
American
shoot that
justice
bitch.
system.
Yeah,
I
you
would-
do it.
should
You were in
shoot
the
that-
military.
I'd be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly, give her a little friendly fire.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be-
not so friendly.
Look at
fire.
this, ready?
That's so nuts.
Somebody get the
so,
camera
but
on me?
so the
Yeah,
dad.
this is called friendly fire, and you can't take a fucking bit.
So the dad.
You can't take a hit.
Dude, I'll fucking take it.
So the dad was doing this beforehand.
Yeah,
then.
and then he died, and then the mom kept doing it.
Would you take a bullet for your girlfriend?
Yeah, I've talked about this before. I would
How
like.
come you've been dating 7 years? You don't even live together.
We do.
They do.
With a roommate?
Yeah, the house. It's housing.
It's a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom house.
I
We
used
have
to live there too.
Yeah, Matt used to live
Really?
there.
Yeah.
It's the boys' pad. We have. I mean, it's my girl hates it.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I feel bad
if
for
you
her.
walk, if you walk
It's like
in,
you, me, and Dupree.
Yeah. If you walk, and our roommate's a Navy SEAL too, so it's like, I mean, he's the one that decorated it too. So you walk in, it's just like
Such a bro.
It's just like Scarface
comedian?
posters. He used to be.
He used to be.
Now he does professional poker.
No, he's a professional poker
That's
player.
so hot.
Yeah.
Is he hot?
Yeah.
You would think he was hot.
Yeah, 100%. He would dip with you, and he would, but he.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
What were we talking about? Oh,
That was good.
You
Dance.
live.
thank you.
Put your hands up.
What were we talking about?
We're talking
oh.
about how you live with a Navy SEAL.
Well, yeah, he's the man. What was I going to talk about? Oh, you know what is funny too, because I keep catching myself doing baby voice with my lady too loud, and he can hear.
What
and
do
I
you
go,
say?
This is. I go.
I
go. My tummy hurts.
I used to have a
Mama.
joke
Do
about
you talk?
this.
Mama.
Yeah, you talk like that to your lady,
Yeah.
but then you forget when you have a roommate. You're like,
Yeah.
you know,
You say
It's weird, yeah, of course.
because I'm like,
I say
listen-
things to women that I like when I like really like somebody or I'm in love with somebody. I say things behind closed doors that would, horrify me if people knew.
Huh.
Just
Give
because
me an
you
example.
just get so emotional, and like when you're having, especially when you're having like a deep talk, and you just say something
I've never
like,
even seen my boyfriend cry.
like you just say something like, "I promise, babe, I promise I'll always honor your emotions," like some shit like that. Where you're like, damn, dude, if anybody knew I said shit like that, I would rather like nudes leak than like, I'd rather people see horny texts than in love
you would
texts
love
that I have.
nudes to leak.
No, I prefer not, but I think they might. I've accepted my fate at this point.
You
but
send a lot of dick pics.
in my
Is
life,
it
yes.
gay to get a photo of just a man's ass that you don't ask for?
like a man to send you a photo of his ass. That's
Send
insane.
A woman,
Yeah, I didn't. I'll show you it.
a photo. Okay, so
I was dating. I had just started dating this guy, and then
And he sent you an ass photo?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Shoot him. He's
would
a
ever do
psycho. That's
something like
I
that?
sent him a nude. I sent him a nude when we first started dating.
It's just from Matt.
My ass. And I'm like, no, but this ass is kind of fat.
Wait,
Like,
what type of fucking freak would send just his ass?
and you didn't ask for it.
No, we had,
That's
okay.
crazy.
It's super gay. I just cringed. And I
he
sent
sent-
him a nude when we first started dating. He sent me back this unprompted.
Whoa, that's a guy
Get
who
that
wants.
not on camera.
Yeah, get that not on camera.
It was
but
on camera for a second. so
It's just
maybe-
it's just a butt. I don't know. But
Hey, here's the thing. That's fucking insane.
It's also like propped
God bless you.
up. It's like with his
Why
shorts
would
like
the-
propped
why
up. And
the
it's also like that's not taken with his own hand. That's taken from far away.
Why
I mean,
So probably by another man.
Why the
that's-
fuck would you send that?
put it away.
1 second. He sent you an ass
I need
photo.
a tissue now. Sorry.
Well, you're gonna come.
I have cedar fever. I'm gonna.
Okay, get a
I'm gonna bring
tissue.
this with me.
So,
yeah, dude.
wait. Are you gonna go all the way to the bathroom for it?
Do you have tissues in here?
No.
No, go all the way to the bathroom.
Want me to use Josh's tank top?
No. I just wanted you to use better timing, possibly. But just
ass
bring
photo's
up like a
nuts.
good thing to talk about, and then be like, I have to leave for 90 seconds.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna. The best part of the podcast. I'm gonna walk out
I
on
do
right at the
think. I do think that.
She has time to poop, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't hear it.
I do think that there is something.
You guys like having women on the podcast?
This
Yeah,
has been
it's
fun.
been great.
It's been a different change of pace. Normally
so
it's cum talk.
Here's what I want to say.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
Here's what I want
A
to
little
say.
more highbrow.
I do think that him sending you that as a response to your nude is indicative of the things that he's into.
No, one time I tried to touch
And
his
it-
butt, and he's like, "Get out of here!"
Really?
He freaked out.
That's crazy.
He also refused to shower with me.
Well, I actually hate showering with women, but I will do it. But it's not.
Why?
1 second. An ass photo.
Yeah, we're going into too many other things. We need
He
to
sent you
focus
a
on.
photo
I
of
did
his-
something crazy.
So
One
you
second,
sent her-
1 second.
You sent him a picture of whatever you naked titties. Great.
Sick.
And then he was like, I know exactly
Hogs.
what she'll want. He sent back the ass, or was it dick and ass?
Just
Just at. There's no cock and balls.
and I pretended nothing happened.
What did you do? How did you respond to that?
I just wrote ha ha, and then he said nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, insane.
I'm trying to figure out what, because it would have made
I
sense
can't
if
even
then
think
the
of an
next time you
analogy.
saw him, he was like, by the way, I want you to fill my ass. Like, I like that.
I want you to fuck my ass.
I want you to fuck me. Then it's like, okay, well, that's what he was getting at. But he might just like.
Was that a bit? Was he doing a goof?
No,
Yeah.
when I said hot LOL, he didn't say anything like.
Because his feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
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 That's a fucking insane thing to do.
Did you see him afterwards?
Yeah.
You
this
hung
was
out-
like right.
his ass
this is like
isn't
in
even
the
that
way
good, by the
beginning.
way.
This is like 2 weeks in, and then I saved the picture from my phone, and it was taken weeks before we even started seeing each other. So it was a recycled ass pic.
So he's sending ass photos.
Yeah, so this is insane. So obviously, when more insane. So then after we broke up, I was convinced he was gay.
Of course.
So I was like,
Well,
this
yeah,
guy.
I mean-
I was
I
like,
wonder why.
I was
Yeah.
like, this guy is gay. So I decided, I was in rehab and I was super bored, and it was one of those rehabs where you get your phones.
One of the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the bad ones.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna make a Grindr account. So I made a Grindr account and I used that as my profile picture, and I set my location to like exactly where he lived. Just to see if he was on Grindr, to see if I'd get like, get a bite.
Oh,
you're a psycho.
You made an anonymous Grindr
Yeah,
account
I got
to
no.
his.
Nobody even said hi.
Yeah.
That's such a psychotic thought. That's so. I mean, it's
You don't understand
You can
how
work for the CIA.
You don't understand
That's
how
crazy.
boring rehab can be.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's like villain shit.
yeah.
I'm gonna create.
Really? And so now I'm the bad
No,
guy.
I'm just saying you created a trap for him,
Meanwhile,
which is
he's
very
going to
fun.
hell.
I mean, yeah, he
for
is going to
being
hell for
gay.
being gay, for sure. But
I
no.
don't think he's
Do you
going
think
to
that's
hell
why
for
they
being.
say hell in a handbag? 'Cause they could've-
Is that what they say? I think they say.
Welcome back to the Friendly Fire podcast. Can we hit the button for that one?
Finally.
I think it's far more of a sin to just send an ass pic to a woman when she didn't request it, as in response to her tits.
I think sending. I would never send a photo of my ass.
Here's what I'm trying to put
Ever.
myself inside the mind of the criminal right now. I'm trying to do some
Me?
FBI shit.
By the
You're
way,
not the criminal. He's
my-
obviously the
my
criminal.
ass photo would just be orange hair popping out of
Yeah,
the crack.
please no.
I got a big old butthole bush.
I'm trying to think. I think maybe
My thing is stanky.
I think maybe that's crazy.
Cut that part.
That's crazy. I think maybe he's going.
What's that thing what's the thing in the Bible about the bush on fire, the burning bush?
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
literally
the
your
burning
Yeah, it's the
asshole.
Joshua
It's your asshole. The Joshua.
First Joshua.
Joshua.
It's the Joshua.
Joshua 4:6.
The Joshua tree.
Because it's red.
Joshua tree is just my fucking.
Joshua tree's your asshole.
Well,
Yeah.
easier joke.
Maybe he was just trying to
Tree.
respond to tits in an appropriate fashion because we only have so much to give back, you know? Because I've always thought
You
about
have
this.
one
No,
dick
listen.
and two balls. We
Well-
just have tits.
Well, that's the thing.
Now,
no,
what
no,
if he
no,
just
no,
sent
no.
just
No, no, no.
balls?
Because here's the thing. As
you
somebody
could have
who
sent
sent
me
a
a
lot of
picture
nudes.
of like a platinum Amex.
No,
you
so
could have
listen,
sent me
listen. You're being real Jewy right now.
a
So,
Rolex.
there is, you have tits, ass, and pussy. We
don't know.
only have dick.
You don't know.
Well, I'm speaking generally, not
don't
for
know
you.
me.
You obviously don't have an asshole.
You don't know my body.
But then a girl will
Girls
send a
have 3
picture.
holes.
A girl will send a picture of tits, and then your response is dick. And then if you want more, you don't have anything else to give. The trade is unfair. I'm showing
But
you
you guys have all the weight.
everything.
You have all the power.
You guys have 3 different options. I think the trade-off should be dick to pussy or dick
That's
to
the-
whatever.
that's a good ratio.
Dick
Dick,
to
pussy.
whatever I
One
want.
time,
Dick pussy
when
ratio.
I was drinking again, I was like talking to this really hot guy on Instagram, and it was during the pandemic, and he like sent me like a nude when he was like in the mirror, and then I was with my friend, and she was like, "What'd you respond?" And she saw. I was like, "Is that a Merlot?" Because behind him there was a bottle of red wine, and he was like, "You're such an alcoholic that your response was you were looking at the bottle of wine
Yeah.
behind him, and you didn't even comment on his body." I was like, "What year is that Merlot?" And he was like,
That would
the guy was
destroy
so
me.
offended.
Yeah, that would
Now you said
destroy me.
you keep saying you talk to hot guys. Do you ever talk to ugly guys?
When I do comedy,
Okay,
Nice. Nice.
walked right into that one.
Yeah.
God
oh,
damn
you're
it!
cute.
Stop. She's been trying to flirt with me this whole podcast, and I keep looking
I heard
away.
a rumor that
disgusting.
Matt Ross is not hot anymore.
Yeah.
Dude.
We've already discussed that.
This is my favorite rumor.
The
ever.
room is that I lost my sparkle. And
he died.
and then the rumors always, when it goes through the telephone, it always turns into something else.
Well, it was both of those. It was I'm not hot anymore because I lost my sparkle was the full rumor. And yeah, I mean, I'm letting people go. I'm letting people have fun with
I
that.
can't believe that you were dating like a lacrosse guy though. You seem more of like a guy
it's-
who's in a like a band.
like a
Oh,
punk
because
band.
I'm wearing this shirt.
But
I
that's-
probably got
and
an
you're just
Urban
in general
Outfitters.
disposition.
But also, that's high school her.
That's true. That was
We're
that
different
was-
people now.
Were you
You've been-
doing- were
she's
you-
been through years of alcoholism.
Yeah, I was gonna say, were you an alcoholic back then as well? Were you
No,
using?
it wasn't like developed. Everybody was getting blacked out, so
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't know when you're
So
in like
you-
high school and college who's got the problem.
That's true.
You know,
I
and
mean,
then you get older and it's like, who's got the problem?
Yeah.
Well, one of my friends had 2 DUIs before he was 17.
That's a
just-
problem.
that's just awesome.
But also, I know.
He just rules.
I know.
It's like on the football
I
team
had
for
a
sure.
friend who got a DUI when we were like 18 in my car and got my car impounded. And
Did you go? I'm too fucked up. You drive.
well, I think I drove. We were at a house party and I drove this girl's car back with her in it because she was fucked up. And then he drove my car, and I had a subwoofer in my car at the time because I was cool as fuck. And
Subwoofer
and
mad.
it was like 2 a.m. in like a suburb of Oklahoma City, and he had it on loud as fuck, and he got
Yeah,
pulled
put the
over for
sub
the
in
music.
suburb.
Yeah, put the sub in suburb, and he was black, which certainly didn't help.
That he was in a nice
He was
neighborhood.
he was a black teen drunk driving a white guy's car with a subwoofer in the. I mean, it couldn't have worked more against him.
And he was shooting a gun out at the air.
He was also shooting a gun, and then when they pulled him over, he gave him his mixtape, which was
Yeah.
not. They didn't like that at all.
How did they know it was a white guy's car?
Well, when they got pulled over, I'm sure they ran the
Matt had
tab.
his face
went,
on
"You
the
don't look like-"
Matt had his face on the side of it because he was also selling real estate.
Yeah.
They went, you don't look like Matt Ross.
Wow, you don't look like Matthew Stephen Ross. This is interesting.
They said, have you seen that thing where it's like your stripper name is like your middle name plus the street you grew up on?
Stephen 38.
Mine would be George Washington. I'm just
That's awesome.
Just a founding father.
Mine would be Spar Woodbury.
Spar
Barwood.
Woodbury.
And they also say to not say it because it's also response questions for like if you forget your password. Those are like questions that they commonly ask.
Well, so why'd you make us
whatever.
do that, you
Because you
psychopath?
fell right into it. What's your last 4, by the way?
Why are you doxing us?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think you could get anything out of that with me. I will say this: all my passwords are the exact same for every single thing.
100%.
And every time,
are different, everyone.
your phone will go. Hey, by the way, we saw this in like a data leak. You should change your password. I go, forget about it.
You go, suck my balls.
Suck my dick, Apple.
Suck my apple dick balls.
Welcome back to the Friendly
Welcome back to
Fire
the Friendly Fire
Podcast.
Podcast.
knew
We've been
that was
shooting
coming.
fire. We've been firing friendly fires off at all this fucking
So
fires.
much fire.
So wait, I do have a question about ass pick guy. Why
We're really like
other than the
this.
ass
I'll
pick?
send you it.
Other than the ass
You
pick,
just ask.
why did you think at the end of the
ass.
relationship that he was gay to the point where you made a grinder?
Well, first of all, I was really bored in rehab and hopped
Yes.
up on Valium. And
What a good
Did they-
rehab.
did they give you Valium?
They gave you Valium and you had your phone? That sounds like a sick rehab.
Just sounds like you were in Cancun for a
yeah,
week.
yeah. Other than the ass pick and boredom, were there other
Yeah,
signs?
Yeah, he once was like, yeah, I want you to meet this guy. He's like someone I really look up to. And I was like, oh, what is he like? And he was like, well, he had this whole like amazing career and a family and a wife and kids. And then when he was 56, he finally got the courage to leave his wife and be with another man.
Yeah, that's a gay guy.
I was like, that's your,
Which is fine, but
Yeah.
he's a gay guy.
I'm like, that's your idol? I'm like, that's saying something.
That's
interesting.
To have idols is gay too.
Yeah, I don't think it's gay, but I've never like
You're like, I did move here in a van so I could
Well-
meet Joe Rogan.
yeah. Besides stalking Joe Rogan for 6 months when I moved here,
Yeah.
I do think like people when they find out you're a comic will be like, who do you like look up to? Like who do you aspire? And it's like I don't really feel like I don't have like a person. I have like there's obviously like the goats,
There's like a level that you want to get to.
but yeah, I wouldn't say that there's like this is my idol.
I'm a big Cosby guy.
I'm a Jeff Dunham guy.
That
if I
guy
had
puts
to
me
pick.
to sleep.
Hey-o.
Hey, you wish.
hit it. I'll shoot myself in the parking lot. I swear to God, Chloe, you're gonna make me fucking do that. You're gonna make me shoot myself in the fucking parking lot.
Is
in
that what
front of
you
6th
want?
Street. Is that what
Somebody's
you
got to
want?
Is
die.
that what you want? You want him to shoot himself in the parking
I'm
lot?
on Lexapro right
Don't
now. You
give
think I
a
don't give a
fuck.
fucking
I'm
shit?
moving.
You think he won't? You don't,
You move? Don't move.
You
I'd
think he
love a
won't? You think he won't
bloodbath.
stop taking his meds
I'm on
without a doctor's
Zoloft.
orders?
You don't think I fucking will stop taking my Lexapro for the 4th time?
Because he thinks it's
first of
totally
all,
fine and then he's
Lexapro's
not?
for girls.
First of all, yes, it
they call
is,
it
and I-
Lexaglow. Stop being a pussy and get on
Why is
Prozac.
Lexapro for girls?
a
Because it's a
girly
fucking
one.
lady. It's a lady one.
They call it
It's
Lexaglow.
and if I don't take it, I get moody.
Yeah,
Which is a
yeah.
very lady thing. I'll take that. I've been taking that in pre-workout, and
I went off
shit my
my
brains out in the morning.
I went off
But
my
the combination's not
Zoloft
great.
for a month by myself recently.
And yeah, how did it go?
You know what? I actually wait,
Same
but
here.
wait, but wait.
I ran
know-
out and I was like, I don't even need
See,
this.
I was gonna
and then
say.
I was like crying every day. And I just got back on it like 6 days ago. And my boyfriend, I'd like call crying. He'd be like, what's wrong? I'd be like, I'm going off my off because I'm growing up. And he's like, what? He's like, I was like, I feel so much better. And he's like, I think you're feeling worse. I'm like, don't fucking talk about my journey like that. I was like, it takes a while to kick in. I'm going back for serotonin.
There is a
really
common
upset.
trend
That was
when
a
people
lot.
stop. They stop because they run out and then they go, I've been feeling good. Do I even need this? And forget that they're feeling good because they took it. Then they stop taking it. And for like a week, they're like, I didn't even need this. And then all of a sudden they're like, I left the stove on. The house is going to burn down. The house is going to burn down. And then they're crying in the car.
Well, it like took away my sex drive. And I was telling my boyfriend, I was like crying. I was like, would you rather me be sad and be able to fuck me, or would you rather me be happy and we don't have sex?
What a
And he
crazy
was
could've
like,
never that gay
ultimatum,
guy.
by
That would've
the
been
way.
great.
and he
Yeah.
was like, yeah, just I'd rather just not have sex with a girl who's crying.
Yeah, that's a fair. It's like,
Rather
we
just-
can have sex.
I'd
I
rather
will
just
be bawling
rape
the
a
whole
happy
time.
girl.
Jesus Christ.
Friendly Fire podcast. Yeah, well, when I was on the Lexa Pro, I took it for. I mean, I was on it for like 2 years, and then last summer just like I think I'm fine, and then November, December, I started having these panic attacks, and then at Christmas in Florida, I just had like a full freak out for no reason. I convinced myself I took an edible to the point where I woke everybody up in the house to interrogate them whether or not they gave me an edible. I asked my mother-in-law.
That's
her up in the
crazy.
middle of the night.
I woke
Be
my
honest,
mother.
did the
You
baklava have
you were
weed in it?
married?
Well, it's the lady I've been with for 6 months or 6 years. But I woke her up. I woke her up.
6 months, 6 years. That will piss her
Yeah,
off.
yeah, that will. But I woke her up. I woke her mom up, and I was like, I mean, I'm so sorry to do this. The kitchen table when there's the cookie jar that didn't have any edible. She's like, what? And she went, what time is it? And it was 4 a.m. And she's like, why are you sweaty?
What time is
And then
it?
I was like, oh, never mind. I'm going back
Like,
to bed.
excuse me. Back in.
Yeah. Then so that was the last time I took it, and then I started taking it again. Now I feel genuinely good,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been 6 days back, and I'm feeling better.
and that's why I don't think I should.
I only
do-
went off for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I went off for a couple of months, and it's
How long did it take for it to start working again?
like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was driving back to Florida because I drove there, and then I was driving back, and I recall the exact moment where it kicked in because I was like having like this full panic attack about like whether or not like if I have crazy OCD, so I have like weird thoughts, but I was convinced that I didn't shut the trunk in my car while we were driving, and my dog was at any moment was gonna jump and like hit the trunk and fly out. It was what I was convinced of. So I pulled over to a rest stop to check to see if the trunk was locked. And then as I was getting
And you
out,
remembered you don't even own a dog?
yeah, and I wasn't even in I wasn't even on my way back from Florida. I was on a plane to Colorado, and then but as I was like getting out to like walk to like check the trunk, I remember taking a step out and then kind of like realizing like this is crazy. And then I looked and the trunk was, and then I felt fine.
Forever now.
So it was like
And
weird.
then you
it was
started
like,
the Friendly Fire
and then I was like,
podcast.
you know what I need to do? Spread the schizophrenic thoughts.
I think if we take anything away from this hour of podcasting, it's that both of you should probably be medicated.
Yeah. Do you
And
have
here you are, perfectly well adjusted.
do you have worry about if you were to procreate, if your children would have
No, fuck you.
That is a
mental-
crazy thing to ask a woman.
what mental illness? Because you have.
I'm fine.
Hey,
Oh, you're
Chloe,
fine.
I just
Chloe-
get a little
That's
sad.
not a crazy thing.
I'm
People
just
ask me-
fucking with you. Yeah, they'll be not well.
Yeah, your kids would not be that good.
I'm gonna come out of the room crying, and they won't.
Is that a
stop.
fucked up thing to ask a lady though?
No, I don't care. Just probably wouldn't ask it to many other. Just don't ask. Do
This
you
one's
worry
fine.
your kids will be mentally ill?
Well, if you have it, it's
Do you worry that you're-
it's hereditary.
Do you
hereditary.
worry
Hereditary.
that your entire
Hereditary.
life's
offended.
purpose will result in you have a mentally ill child that you'll have to take care of for the rest of your life, and they'll probably suffer the same way you've suffered, and possibly not
Well, yeah.
find the treatment that you've found, and then
That's actually like a
inevitably
good.
kill
That's a
themselves,
good
and then you'll have to
question.
bury your own child.
That's a good question.
Thank you
actually.
for thinking I could have kids.
Oh. You and the, did you and the ass
Thank
guy
you for
try?
thinking I'm fertile.
Yeah.
You and the ass guy tried?
Fertile myrtle.
No, I've never tried. But I haven't gotten pregnant yet, which is concerning.
Nice. That's
Really?
good.
Yeah, I never
No,
even had
it's
one
really good.
abortion. I just want to be a statistic.
Well, you have to- Yeah.
You could make that happen. You're gonna have to get rid of the
Never
long
been
distance boy
roofied.
though. It's gonna be hard for him.
Never
to,
been roofied, you said?
We'll probably get back together.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I feel like you keep saying my boyfriend, and then you keep telling stories about other men showing you photos of their penis.
Well, that's really old, and we broke up today.
Before you came to the podcast?
Amazing.
But we didn't really break up. We did, but we didn't.
What did he
Yeah.
say? Or what did you say?
I said, it's not you, it's me.
And then you said, it's
I said, I'm
always
back
been
on my
you.
Zoloft.
It's not
Don't
you.
need
It's your
anybody.
Zoloft.
Not,
Yeah.
you're not you when you're
But
on.
I don't
when
know
you're-
if I'm...
You're not you when you're depressed.
Yeah.
Have a Zoloft.
I was
Have a
Zoloft.
Zoloft. Have a Snickers. It's filled with Zoloft.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you
today,
so
Chloe.
much for coming to the Friendly
This is
Fire
very
podcast,
fun.
Chloe.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you for
on
having
time.
me. I'm glad that you could have a woman on the
Yeah,
show.
thank you.
We love
I
women.
almost said a man, and I was like, no, I'm a girl.
Well, man.
Well, man.
It's okay. You can figure that out. You have the freedom to figure that out.
I
here.
liked it before we called them trans. We call them she-mans.
I don't think
anybody
called
who
them
who called them that. Was that-
She-man?
was that
She
just-
male.
You don't
she-male?
remember that on the
I remember-
playground?
She man.
A she-man?
No.
Ah, okay.
Fu Manchu.
Cut that.
Good way to end. Good way to end.
San Antonio, April 3rd, I'm at the LOL Comedy Club. San Diego, May 3rd, May 2nd, I'm at Mike Drop, California.
Where are you? Where's your next date?
I'll be at the Comedy Zone in Greenville, South Carolina, April 16th, and then Comedy Zone, Charlotte, April 17th. And you can follow me on Instagram and YouTube, Chloe LaBranche.
Chloe
Check out News
LaBranche.
for Women.
Yeah.
We
Our
did it.
followers are gonna love the
Yes.
News for Women.
Really?
I don't know.
We have a big military listener.
You do?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's the troops. Thank you for supporting the troops.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.